For as much as I love YouTube and watching other content creators and making my own videos here on this platform, YouTube is absolutely garbage at explaining anything that's going on their platform. Even though this is pretty far removed from my normal content on this channel, there's one thing in particular that I want to talk about, and that's YouTube Red. We're coming up on the 2-year mark of when YouTube Red was launched on October 28th, 2015. And it was launched with widely negative reception. People crying that it was the end of YouTube and that YouTube was going to be a paid service from now on and everybody's channels are going to die unless they're part of YouTube Red. For the most part, it was pretty heavily doom and gloom, and there are probably still a lot of videos here on YouTube of content creators ranting about it and telling everybody how this is probably the worst thing that's ever happened on YouTube and how it's going to make their channel suffer. And of course, this negative viewpoint gained a lot of publicity and gained a lot of traction, and for the most part, people hated YouTube Red for a long time, and from what I'm noticing, people still don't like it, or they don't even know what it is. And of course, a lot of the blame here lies on YouTube, because all they really care about is pushing their exclusive shows. And to be fair to them, that's probably the most important thing. But to a lot of people, that's all YouTube Red is. It's these exclusive shows that are highly produced from YouTubers that they may or may not like, doing things that they may or may not be doing otherwise if they didn't have the YouTube Red producing them. I began to realize how little a lot of people knew about YouTube Red while I was browsing Twitter the other day, and I came across a tweet by ProJared. And it reads, "For all the not advertiser-friendly demonetization scares, the best way you can support YouTubers through this is to get YouTube Red." And when I scrolled down into the replies of this tweet, I saw lots of people not knowing how YouTube Red affects people who don't actually have YouTube Red shows. One in particular caught my eye and asked, "Serious question, if you as a content creator don't have sponsored Red content, how do YouTube Red users benefit you?" And I'm hoping with this video that I can clear this up and explain just how great YouTube Red is for a YouTube creator. And hopefully by the end, if you're anything like this guy, you won't have to feel bad for using YouTube Red anymore. Now here's the basics of it. YouTube Red is incredible for content creators. It doesn't matter if they have a YouTube Red show or not. All YouTube creators that have monetization enabled will get a piece of that YouTube Red pie. What happens is that all the money that YouTube collects from YouTube Red goes into a bucket. At least like 55 to 60% of it goes into a bucket. And whenever a YouTube Red user watches a video, the number of minutes that that Red user watches on that video gets also thrown into a bucket. After that, every video that has YouTube Red minutes watched on it gets a piece of the money that's in the YouTube Red bucket. Now, I probably oversimplified that a lot, but it's the general idea, and this is how YouTube Red users are supporting content creators, even though they don't have to watch ads. But what may surprise you is just how much it helps. I'm not going to give you exact dollar amounts here, but I've collected a lot of data from my own videos, and I've compiled percentages and comparisons so I can hopefully share exactly how beneficial YouTube Red is for us. All the data that I'm going to show is going to be a slice of my overall data, which happened to be a pretty good month for me. It was July 2017. The first video we're going to look at is 1 year later, Battleborn vs. Paladins vs. Overwatch. Out of a total of 114,820 views on this video, 4,392 of them were YouTube Red views. That's only 3.83% of my total views. But can you guess what percentage of revenue those 3.83% of YouTube Red users generated on that video? It was 16.25%. That's a pretty huge disparity, so I went a little further and calculated how much each YouTube Red view is worth when compared to a normal view, and for this particular video it came out to be 4.88. Each YouTube Red view was worth 4.88 normal views. The next video is The Magic of Cube World, Why Do People Still Care?, with a total of 78,892 views and 2,094 Red views. That's 2.65% of my total views being Red views, and a whopping 13.02% of the video's revenue generated by that 2.65%. This video showed a Red ratio of 5.49. And before this gets too boring, the last video that I have here is my Hollow Knight review, one of the best Metroidvanias, with a total of 13,003 views and 592 YouTube Red views. That's a little over 4.5% of total views and over 20% of the video's revenue. That's less than 1/20th of this video's total views, but over 1/5 of the video's revenue. Isn't that crazy? This video had a red ratio of 5.31. So based on these 3 videos, you can expect a YouTube Red viewer, at least at this point in time, to be worth around 5 times the normal view. But remember how I said that revenue was rewarded based on watch time instead of views? That's important because based on what kind of content a channel produces, these numbers can vary wildly. For example, long-form content like podcasts or Let's Plays will probably have a significantly higher red ratio than things like vlogs or very short, highly edited videos or very short animations or even like Video Game Donkey's 4 to 8 minute little skits. Those videos will probably have a lower red ratio. And it's hard for me to say, but I don't think the red ratio will ever go below 1 with any significant sample size. But then again, my channel is still considered pretty small, so this data may not necessarily reflect very large channels or very small channels. But I do have a bit of a direct example comparing this channel with my Let's Play channel. Of course, this channel is where I only put out a video on average like once or twice a week, and they're anywhere from like 5 to 20 minutes long, usually trending on the lower side of that. And my Let's Play channel, I release a video every single day, and very often each video is over 20 minutes. And I was actually pretty shocked by what this data showed. Now keep in mind that my Let's Play channel is significantly smaller, so the dataset may be way more skewed than other channels. Anyway, here's the data for this channel for July 2017, with a total of 667,116 views, 22,076 of those being YouTube Red views, making up a total of 3.31% YouTube Red views. Overall, that generated 16.58% of the channel's revenue, and across the whole channel, every YouTube Red view was worth 5.81 normal views. Now compare that with my Let's Play channel that has consistently longer videos, more videos per week, and a significantly smaller sample size, and we have a total of 12,611 views, 492 of those being YouTube Red views, for a total of 3.9% of my total views being Red views. That seems to follow the trend from my other videos and my other channel, but here's where it gets crazy. That 3.9% of Red views generated 47.12% of the channel's total revenue for July 2017. This channel showed a red ratio of 21.95. That's insane! That's insane! That's ridiculous. And now that I think about it, the tweet that I showed earlier from Mathis Games responding to a guy who felt bad for using red mentioned that nearly 40% of his income comes from YouTube Red. His main channel is a Let's Play channel, so long-form content really benefits a lot from YouTube Red, while significantly shorter content benefits a lot less. But like I said, I don't see it being bad for any creators on the platform. And if it's available in your country and you want to support not just one YouTuber through their Patreon, but you want to support every YouTuber that you watch while also not using adblock, YouTube Red is a perfect choice for you. However, I am aware that it's not available in most countries, and YouTube really needs to get their ass on that because, holy crap, there are so many people who would probably dig into that if they had the opportunity. I don't know what's been taking them so long because it's been almost 2 years, but they need to get on that, and I hope they don't just cancel YouTube Red because this is a really good thing for creators overall. If YouTube Red just disappeared tomorrow, a lot of people would be out a lot of money. I know that $9.99 a month for the crappy amount of benefits that this service actually offers you is not very good, but I think what YouTube needs to be doing in addition to selling their unique services that come with it, like the YouTube Red shows, the Google Music, the ad-free viewing, they also need to be selling it as a way to support content creators, because as far as I see it, and the way I would be using it, it would be for supporting YouTubers and YouTube itself. And another way that this benefits everybody that I haven't really seen anybody actually talk about is the overlap of people who use ad blockers and the people who will get YouTube Red. Like it or not, adblock exists and it's probably gonna stay around probably forever. And as more and more people get burnt by ads or get fed up with ads or just plain don't want to see them, they'll be getting adblock and more people will be getting adblock. So you can split everybody into two groups, adblock users and non-adblock users. And then you can stick a third group overlapping both of those two different groups. And what you end up with is overall more monetized views than not. Now those of you who still don't want YouTube Red, that's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody into buying anything. I just wanted to explain why YouTube Red actually is good for content creators, even though it might not directly benefit you, the viewers, quite as much. It's just another way for those of you who would like to show your support in a more broad way. But of course, if you don't want to support all the YouTubers, you can always support the YouTubers you like the best by buying their merchandise, sharing their videos, pledging on Patreon. By the way, shameless plug, I have my own Patreon. You can find it in the description below or at a link at the end of this video. Or by engaging with them and or their community to help make them and their community bigger and better for everybody. Regardless of how you feel about the YouTube Red originals, and regardless of how you feel about paying for YouTube at all, I hope that I at least demonstrated that it is indeed a great thing for YouTube creators. Please don't be scared of it. Please stop spreading false information about how it's bad for YouTubers, because that's simply not the case. Please do share this video with people who don't like YouTube Red for whatever reason, and full disclosure, I have monetized this video, so I will be benefiting directly from you sharing it. So now that that's out in the open, do what you will with that information. I just wanted to get this out there because apparently a lot of people still don't understand, and I want more money for everybody, including me. I ain't ashamed of it. Anyway, like I said, this is not my normal type of content, but if you like this content and you like gaming content, consider subscribing for more stuff similar to this in the future. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at ingeniousclown or check out one of my other videos here at this InSlate, and I will see you next time.